Welcome everybody to another episode of Walking with the Master. We have a special introduction today. But first, I am Grandmaster Abdul Azziz Muhammad, also known as Grandmaster Anthony Muhammad to many. Now, today we have a special surprise and introduction for you. And this introduction is really, or this presentation is really for those of you who have never got an opportunity to know what the national training, the international martial arts event that we put on every year. Well, we have another one that's coming up, but we want to give you some highlights, give you an opportunity to take a look at some of what we have done and give you more of a look and a better opportunity to understand what the national training is, as well as the international martial arts presentation, is our national martial arts conference. So without any further delay, I want to give you an opportunity to check it out, and we'll start off like this.
This training convention represents a powerful and necessary component of the development of self. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, quote, "Originally, we were in the atom of divine will, and the Creator manifested us out of that atom into a physical world. He then grew us up out of that atom, that physical world, to manifest the divine in us again." That statement is so profound, beloved, and its beautiful simplicity can cause us to lose the power of what he's saying. Originally, we were in the atom of divine will. The Creator brought us out of that atom, and he created a physical world. He then grew us up out of that physical world to manifest the divine again. We are here to fulfill an individual divine purpose and then unite with others who submit to God to manifest his divine will. And so this means spiritual, mental, moral, and physical. We're dealing with our self-improvement, self-control. That means making yourself do what you want yourself to do. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, after willpower is developed, then we can be disciplined. You need willpower in order to benefit from any program of discipline. And after that, we are given responsibility. Without willpower, we can be nothing but a slave. to other people?
So with the assignment component, it's fairly straightforward. One, this assignment means the instruction or what we are about to carry out. So now we've said check, so the children or our family is at attention. They're waiting for what it is that we're about to do. So that's where the assignment comes into play, and the assignment is denoted by keywords.
It's time to go on our walk. So remember, when we get to the end of the block, what direction we turn?
Right.
When we get to the next street, what direction do we turn?
Right.
When we get to the end of that street, what direction do we turn?
Right.
When we get to our street, what direction do we turn?
Right.
Right. Girls, when we get to the end of the street, what do we wait for?
A mirror.
Amir, when we get to the end of the street, what are you going to tell us?
Clear.
Are you going to say it loud or are you going to say it low?
Loud, but not too loud.
That's right. So everybody get your shoes and then let's fall out.
How to save our own lives. In order to save our own lives, we must understand two things. Who does your life really belong to? And is your life worth saving? Who does your life really belong to? In Surah 2, verse 156, it says, who, when disaster strikes them, say indeed we belong to Allah, and Allah indeed to him we will return. This is telling us right here who we belong to, meaning that our life was a loan to us. And don't you know that when someone loans you something, it is your responsibility to take care of it. It is not your responsibility to just squander and do with it as you please when someone loans you something. You have a responsibility to that very life in which that you were given.
77% of crimes in the U.S. are property crimes, and out of the 77%, approximately 2.5 million are burglaries every year. Roughly speaking, this translates to over 4,500 home burglaries per day, and at times one burglary every 13 seconds. It's a terrifying statistic to begin with, and unfortunately most of these occurrences are home break-ins. A few questions. Do we double check to make sure doors and windows are locked before retiring at night or when we leave the home? Do we leave lights on and maybe a TV or radio playing while away? Do we keep our lawns regularly manicured? Do we let our mail pile up while away or even at home? Do we simply survey the exterior and interior of our home daily? Broken lights, broken windows, flyers left at the door? Let's take a look at now how most burglars gain access to our properties. According to statistics, most break-ins occur between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. because chances are homeowners are at work. 34% of burglars enter the property using the front door. However, as you may notice from the percentage, other points of entry are highly likely to be used for a forced entry. Windows, side doors, patio doors, garage doors, etc. Your home is 300% more likely to be burglared without a home security system. According to home security statistics, these systems are the best deterrent. If there's no indicators that the house is occupied, he would probably just knock on the door and see if anyone's there. And you'll notice they just knock really loud to see if anybody's there. And if no one answers, they'll go check windows and see if, there's a way to get in some other type of way rather than the door.
It's have a neighbor watch your house.
So neighbors for you.
It's number one because I've gone up to a house where the neighbor came out to the front porch and says, "Can I help you? Who are you looking for?" And then stood out there and watched me leave.
Neighborhood watch matters.
Yeah, neighborhood watch. That was one of the best things they ever started for burglary prevention because that whole block is being watched. You go down to the next block, that's not being watched.
Emergencies can happen anywhere at any time. It's up to you to be prepared to know what to do when disaster strikes. Always prepare yourself or take care of yourself first and then take care of the person. I'm medically trained, I can help you. Do you need help?
Yes.
It looks like you've injured yourself here. He has may have a fractured arm here. I have nothing around. What can I do? He has a cap on with a hard bill. There we are. What is the purpose of splinting? The purpose of splinting is to prevent further injury, to provide comfort, and to help with locomotion or movement so that you can move the entire limb or body part as a unit. When you splint, you want to splint above and below the injured site. The hat is just fine. It helps to keep the arm in unison, and it helps me to move the entire body part just by carrying this or holding this one piece, or I can have him do it. Sir, hold that. Can you wiggle your fingers? He has a pulse, so he has good circulation. Call 911, let them know what's going on. Listen to what instructions they give me. We can hop right in the car, go to the emergency room, or we can wait on a first aid coach to arrive, ambulance, first responder vehicle, emergency responders, whatever is in the area. The key point to this is you're the first one on the scene, so you are the first responder. What are you going to do when disaster strikes?
Vitamin C plays a crucial role in COVID-19 prevention and treatment. Dr. Andrew Saul, the editor-in-chief of Orthomolecular Medicine News Service, presents valuable information on the importance of vitamin C for disease treatment, including COVID-19. Dr. Saul states that based on decades of expert research and clinical usage, the coronavirus pandemic can be dramatically slowed or stopped with the immediate widespread use of high doses of vitamin C. Vitamin C was first published as an antiviral in the Journal of Experimental Medicine in 1935 by Klaus Washington Youngbolt, MD, and in particular as a treatment for polio. Dr. Youngbolt was a professor of bacteriology at Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons in New York, and was a pioneer in the study and treatment of polio with high-dose ascorbate, which is vitamin C. As it was profusely researched and proven as an antiviral in the 1930s, surely the efficacy of vitamin C as an antiviral therapy is just as applicable today.
Greetings. I'm Christopher Muhammad. I always consider it an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to participate in the National Training Seminar. Since its first beginning, I've always enjoyed bringing the participants from the East Coast to the Midwest by road trip. That 14-hour drive always proved to be joyous and adventurous, and we learned a lot about each other while traveling on the road. My first group of 7 arrived in a minivan in 1997. We progressed over time from a minivan to a cargo van, then 2 cargo vans, and we were rolling in 2 cargo vans for a while. And several years later, we were blessed to charter a bus 3 years in a row. I'd like to thank my students that were with me and helped me to achieve this, and thank members of Mosque Number 7, New York City, for their sponsoring of the youth and supporting our movie night for fundraising. And thank the New Jersey Dojo family for coming on the trip with us and help making it a success too. And we won this award in 2011 for the most school support. Over the years, the training seminar has turned into a spectacular event with great information and dynamic presenters. And you always learn something new that you never knew. Knew that you never knew. But I am excited about it. Our martial artists are world-class teachers. And they're all in the same room. And it's just marvelous. And you can get personal conversations with them throughout the event. And what they will teach you, you will never forget and always benefit. So I'm excited that this 2022 coming up, July, will be the martial arts seminar and the training seminar in person as well as virtual. So you don't want to miss it. Tune in for when it's going to happen and be there, because I want to see you again. And those of you who are going to be first and never been, I want to meet you. So make sure you look out for me so I can meet you and behold you. Stay safe. God bless. And peace be unto you. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the Merciful, we thank Him for His prophet Muhammad and the revelation of the Quran, and we thank Allah for His intervention in our affairs, in the person of the great Master Abdul Muhammad. We found one among us worthy to put on him a weighty word, a weighty message, and a weighty mission to resurrect our mentally dead people. We thank Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I greet all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, with the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. First, I want to thank Grandmaster Anthony. I whipped him off. Now that he got this 10th degree, I better leave him alone. But seriously, I'm happy to be here to see how much you have grown over the years, and to see the masters, all of you, demonstrating your tremendous skill, and to all the students who are growing to become masters themselves.
Our leader, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
And I'm so honored to see so many of you coming out to experience a weekend like this. I thank Allah for my wife, Mother Khadija. Because as the God was fashioning me for my teacher, He was also fashioning her as my helper as well. And each one of you, male and female, and the babies that are here, to look, to listen, to learn, and to become masters themselves. I wanted to share some things with you today that I hope will help you to become a master of your gift. Allah, the Creator, has never created one creature that He didn't deposit something in that creature for other creatures like ourselves to study and learn from. The greatest of His creatures is the human being.
Yes, sir.
But we've been under such a terrible master who wanted to be to us as God and would punish us severely if we disobeyed Him, letting you know that the road to self-mastery is obedience to a master. So that master was acting in the place of God. Now his time is up, and a new God has come from the originator. And now we are invited to become gods. Because if you were made in the image and the likeness of God, he gave each one of us a part of himself that allows us to reflect him.
I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. I hope you got a better understanding of some of the things that we do, some of the presentations that are done. I hope that you really, really got an opportunity to look at it. We're going to be presenting some things to you to let you know, to show you more of what we're doing, and then also to prep you on what is coming. It's coming now. I want you to know that it's about to happen. We're going to have a national training event in July of this coming year, 2022. We're going to have our event. It's going to be at the Chicago Hilton, Hilton. And again, it's going to be in July. We'll give you some more information on it. We'll present that to you shortly. So anyway, thank you for coming. Again, it would not be good if you weren't here. It's all because of you, and we thank you for being present. And I have to constantly and always honor my teacher, our teacher, Dr. Musa Muhammad, Moses Powell, Dr. Moses Powell. So, all right, take care, everybody. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the official Grandmaster Anthony Muhammad YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Us.
Every student of a master here today, you reflect your master teacher. You want to walk like him. You want to talk like her. But you start by having an object in front of you that you admire.